Hi, my name is Joby, and today I will be talking a little bit about behavioral change theories. So, within our field is super important on helping others make healthier choices, but it's not always easier said than done, right? Change can be tough. That's why we use the behavioral change theories. These theories help us understand why people do what they do and how we can support them in making better decisions for their health. So there are two main types of theories, behavioral change theories, which are continuum, which is the continuum theory, and the stage theory. So continuum theory is like formulas. It looks at like certain factors that influence a person's behavior, like their beliefs, attitude, or their confidence, and try to predict how likely that person is going to take action. So one popular continuum theory is the theory of planned behavior. This theory says that someone is more likely to take action if three things are lined up. So the first one is if the person believes their behavior is a good idea. The second one is if they feel pressure or encouragement from people around them. The third is if they believe that they are capable of doing it. So an example of these would be like, say I want to start walking, right, every day after work. Well, walking is great for my heart. Positive attitude, right? If my coworkers are doing it and I feel motivated, well, social pressure. And then let's say I feel like I can fit this into my schedule better. Well, guess what? Confidence. All three of those things are there, in which if they are, then a person's more likely to do so. So the second one, stage theory. Stage theory is, it's a break behavior chain. It breaks behavioral changes into steps or stages, right? It shows where someone is in the process. So this theory helps us guide, people from one stage to like the next. So a great example of this is the trans theoretical model, or it was the stage of change model. This model has 5 stages. The first being pre-contemplation. It's like never even thinking about change. And then you have contemplation, starting to think about it. And then the third one is preparation, so making a plan and change soon. And then the fourth is action, so like actively doing the new behavior. And then the fifth one is maintenance, so like keeping up with it over time. And sometimes though, there's a relapse where someone falls back into old habits, but like that's just a normal process. It happens. So an example of this would be, imagine someone who drinks a lot of soda every day, right? At first, they don't even think it's a problem, right? So that's the pre-contemplation. Well, then they read an article about the sugar and start thinking, maybe I should cut back. Well, contemplation. Then they buy some flavored water. Guess what? Preparation. Then they start drinking water instead of soda most days. Guess what? There you go. Action. You're putting it into play. After a few months, avoiding soda feels normal. So then it's maintenance. But let's say you have a stressful week, right? Some people go back to old habits and they relapse. And hey, that's okay. The point is to get back on track. And you don't have to be perfect about it, right? I've definitely had my own experience myself. I mean, I was trying to get a workout routine going on. At first, I kept saying I should really start working out. Then I started like looking up gyms and seeing where's the best place to go, how I could put it into my schedule. And then I made a schedule. And eventually I made it a part of my week. I didn't always stick with it 100%, but it got better over time. And that's the whole idea. That's your goal. So to wrap this video up, whether we're using continuum theories or to help predict behavior, or stage theories that help basically guide us through the process of change, both are super helpful. I mean, they help us understand where someone is mentally and emotionally and how to meet them where they're at. That's the heart of health promotion, not just telling someone, hey, you got to get healthier or be healthier, but helping them get there in a way that works for them. But thanks for listening.